everyone, Brian here, and in today's video I'll be covering the 9 best travel credit cards. I've grouped the credit cards into 3 sections, with the first being Novice Credit Card Traveler, then the Intermediate Traveler Card, and the third is the Top Tier Luxury Traveler Card. The Novice cards are the entry point and will have no annual fee with a very low spend for the sign-on bonus. The Intermediate Traveler Card has a low annual fee and a middle-of-the-road spend for the sign-on bonus. And the last group of the Top Tier Luxury Traveler cards have a high annual fee but come with a lot of extra perks. When it comes to an annual percentage rate on these cards, they all range between 17 to 27%, and your specific APR depends on your credit score. In addition, each of the cards that I'm reviewing will require that you have a credit score of at least a 700 or more. With that said, I need to state that I will not be covering cards that are specific to a particular airline or a hotel. Those are all great cards, but they are far too specific for what I'm reviewing today. Let's get started with the first Novice Travel Card, which is the Built World Elite MasterCard and is managed by Wells Fargo. There's a good chance you haven't heard of this card, and it is very disruptive for how it's operated, because this card allows you to get 1 point for every dollar spent on your rent. And for anyone asking, no, it does not work for paying your mortgage. You have to use their specific app for getting the points on rent, and it technically is not charging onto the credit card or going against your credit. It is essentially acting as a middle person to pay via ACH or by check from your bank directly to them. But think about it. If you're paying $24,000 a year in rent, you might as well be getting points for it. And if you have roommates where they can all pay you directly and then you pay the total rent, you get to bank all the points. This card has a 0 annual fee and gets 3x points on dining, 2x points on flights, hotel, and rental cars, and everything else gets a single point. Not only are the points on rent a plus, but this card offers great additional benefits for having no annual fee. It has purchase protection up to 90 days, trip cancellation insurance, cell phone protection up to $800 an incident, and trip delay insurance up to $200 a day. Now take a step back. If you're paying Verizon or T-Mobile $200 a year in cell phone insurance, get a card like Built World Elite MasterCard that offers you cell phone insurance and save yourself some money. Now, the only thing that this card didn't offer is it doesn't give you extended warranty or lost luggage coverage. But for no annual fee, this card is kind of a rock star. Now, if you're like me, reviewing all these benefits and details of each credit card isn't easy to track. So in researching all these cards, I made a spreadsheet that compares all the features and benefits in one location. This way, you can look at the benefits that are important to you and make better decisions on your next credit card. And when it comes to the added benefits of the trip delay insurance or luggage insurance, the cards vary widely in the amount that they cover, so it's worth taking a look at the spreadsheet. Next, I'll move on to the second Novice card, which is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Chase, as an ecosystem, offers incredible credit cards. This card has 0% APR for the first 15 months, a $200 sign-on bonus, and 5% cash back on all gas spent for the first year. For the bonus, you need to spend $500 in the first 90 days. Next, this card gives 5% back on flights, hotels, and car rentals. It also gives 3% back on dining and drugstores, while all other purchases give you 1.5% back. For not having any annual fee, this is also a fantastic card to have. When it comes to additional benefits, it has a 120-day purchase protection, which is the best out of any of the Novice cards. It also has extended warranty and trip cancellation insurance, but it does not have the cell phone insurance, trip delay reimbursement, or lost luggage insurance. Overall, it's a very solid card. And if you have any of the higher tier Chase cards, you can choose to convert the cash back from this card to ultimate reward points that you can then use for a higher point multiplier for travel. One small drawback on the Chase Freedom Unlimited is that it is the only card that I'm reviewing today that has a foreign transaction fee, which is 3%. And the last Novice travel card is the Wells Fargo Autograph Card. This card has the highest sign-on bonus of the Novice cards with 30,000 points, where you need to spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. It also has an intro APR of 0% for the first 12 months. This card offers 3 points per dollar on cell phone plans, fuel, hotels, transit, dining, streaming services, and car rentals, while everything else gets 1 point per dollar. But when it comes to added benefits, this is the better card in the Novice area. It has purchase protection, extended warranty, trip cancellation, cell phone protection, and lost luggage insurance. But unlike the Built World Elite MasterCard, it does not offer trip delay reimbursement. Before moving on to the Intermediate Travel Card, if you like the content that I'm providing, then please hit that like button, and also consider subscribing so you can see more content of mine just like this. And the first Intermediate Travel Card is the Capital One Venture Rewards, which has an annual fee of $95 and comes with a sign-on bonus of 75,000 points, when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. You get 5 points per dollar spent on hotels and car rentals, and then 2 points on everything else. I actually love the simplicity of this card. As a nice perk, it does come with a $100 credit for the TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, and as I always recommend, go with the Global Entry because it also includes the TSA PreCheck. For the intermediate group of cards, this is the only one that comes with 2 vouchers to use in their network of airport lounges, which is the Capital One Lounge, Priority Pass, and the Plaza Premium Lounges. Within the added benefits, this card has the purchase protection, extended warranty, and also lost luggage insurance. However, it does not come with trip delay reimbursement, cell phone insurance, or trip cancellation insurance. A person needs to balance which is more important, the points or the benefits, and that will be especially true when it comes to the luxury top tier cards. The next intermediate travel card is the American Express Gold Card. This card has a bit of a sticker shock with the annual fee of $250, but it does come with an added benefit of $120 Uber credit and $120 Grubhub credit. If you consistently use those 2 services, this card is essentially only costing you $10 for an annual fee. It also comes with a sign-on bonus of 60,000 miles when you spend $4,000 in the first 6 months. You get 4 points per dollar on groceries and dining out, 3 points on flight purchases, and everything else gets 1 point per dollar. With regards to added benefits, the Amex Gold Card offers solid options, as you can see in this chart. The only item missing is the cell phone insurance. Overall, this card is a good balance between points and benefits. And the last intermediate travel credit card is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is an annual fee of $95. The sign-on bonus is 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. This card allows you to build up points quickly because you get 5 points on purchases of flights, hotels, Lyft, and car rentals. You also get 3 points per dollar spent on dining out, streaming services, and online groceries. Now, the best part about the Chase Sapphire Preferred is that you get a 25% bonus when you redeem points for travel. So if you had 100,000 points, the 25% bonus gives you the point buying power of 125,000 points. The added bonus multiplier in this example may give you enough points for a free domestic flight. And if you have the Chase Freedom Unlimited card from the Novice tier, then if there are categories with higher point values, like the drugstore points at 3%, then you can convert that to points on your Chase Sapphire Preferred and get the 25% bonus used on travel. It's just one of the ways to make the Chase ecosystem work in your favor. Honestly, there are a lot of hacks on how to get the most points out of cards, and there are a lot of videos out there explaining these, so go check them out. Before moving on to the top tier luxury cards, I want to cover the spreadsheet available to you where you can see all of these cards compared with their benefits. Because every card gives different points for different categories, how you spend your money may give you more points with one card versus another. For example, I have the average spend in the US for each of the categories. And based on that average spend, the Chase Freedom Unlimited has the best points available in the Novice card group. With this spreadsheet, I took the guesswork out. You can enter your estimated annual spend each year per category, and it spits out what your annual point accrual would be. As another example, let's go ahead and say that you're a traveling salesperson, and your fuel cost is a whopping $15,000 a year. Because of how the points earn, it would be in your best interest to have one of the Novice cards because it would give you about 40,000 more points than any other card. Granted, that's after the bonuses. It also maps out all the added benefits per card so you can see them all in one chart. It's free for you to download and use as you like. The link is in the description below. And before I get too far into the details of the top tier luxury cards, I need to state that I am putting these in no particular order because when it comes to the top tier cards, it is 100% user preference as to whether you put more stock into the points or the benefits. With that said, the first top tier card is the American Express Platinum card that is heavy in benefits and low in point accruals. This card has the highest annual fee of $695 but comes with a sign-on bonus of 100,000 points when you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months. Each of the top tier travel cards comes with a $100 credit towards TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, so I won't be referencing that again. This card gives you 5 points on flights and hotels, while all other categories just give you 1 point per dollar. It should come as no surprise that this card comes with every extra added benefit listed on this chart. But one of the best benefits is the access to the Centurion Airport lounges, where you get access for you and 2 additional guests. However, that is going to be changing in 2023, where you will no longer be getting free guest access unless you spend at least $75,000 a year on your card. But this card also includes the Priority Pass airport lounges, which will continue to have up to 2 free guests. From my personal experience, I first got this card about 8 years ago when I began working at Amazon, and I traveled nearly every other week. But I have to say, the past few years the Centurion lounges are packed or they have extremely long lines. But don't knock the Priority Pass lounges, because they are also extremely nice, they rarely have any lines, and they are in almost every large airport. Now, one of the perks of this card that very few people know about is that the American Express Platinum card gives you a fast pass through security at some of the international airports. When I was in Stockholm, Sweden a few months back, I simply showed them my card and I bypassed that crazy long security line. Now, on to the question that most of you are probably asking. Is the annual fee of $695 worth it? And my answer is maybe. It all depends on the added benefits and if you use them. And here's a list of all of those credits available to you. On top of those credits, the card gives you elite status with Marriott, Hilton, Hertz, Avis, and even National. So if you travel a lot and want upgrades with access to Centurion lounges, then you could probably get your money's worth on this card. But for me, now that I don't travel as much, the value of the card is, well, it's questionable. The credits with all the retailers sound good, but I don't have an Equinox gym near me or a SoulCycle, and I rarely have any airline fees to capture that credit. And let's be honest, the Saks Fifth Avenue credit of $50 every 6 months sounds good, but that only gets you a pair of socks or maybe a hat. Once again, it all depends on your personal preference and the access to those benefits. Now, I have an important detail to share with anyone that is active duty military. You have a sweet deal available to you with regards to the top tier luxury travel cards. And that is because American Express and Chase waive the annual fees for active duty military, but Capital One does not. Overall, this means you get all the benefits without the fees. Each credit card lender has a phone number where you can call to set up this benefit. Having spent 13 years in the military myself, I can say that our active duty personnel deserves this treat. Now on to the next top tier luxury travel card, which is the Capital One Venture X, which has an annual fee of $395 and is the lowest fee of the top tier luxury cards, along with a sign-on bonus of 75,000 points. And it also has an annual bonus of 10,000 miles on your anniversary. You get 10 points per dollar spent on hotels and car rentals, 5 points on flights, and 2 points for everything else. This card comes with a simple blanket benefit of a $300 travel credit that essentially brings that annual fee of $395 down to just $95. Plus, the card gives you access to the single Capital One Airport Lounge in Dallas-Fort Worth, but they are looking to build out more soon. In the meantime, it does come with the Priority Pass and the Plaza Premium Airport Lounge access with up to 2 complimentary guests. For the price, simplicity, and the point power, this is a great top-tier luxury travel credit card. If you're looking to dip your toes into a top-tier travel card, this is a good one to try out. And the last top-tier travel card is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which has an annual fee of $550. It has the lowest sign-up bonus of 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 within 90 days. This card gives you 10 points per dollar for hotels, car rentals, and Lyft, 5 points for flights, and 3 points for dining, and 1 point for everything else. But the true value in this card is that it has a 50% bonus on points redeemed for travel. So like my previous example, if you have 100,000 points and you redeem them for travel, you effectively have 150,000 points. This card comes with the similar added benefits of the purchase protection, but it is extended to 120 days versus the 90 days that other cards offer. Sadly, the one piece missing for this card is that it doesn't offer the cell phone insurance, and their trip delay reimbursement requires a delay of at least 12 hours, while the other top tier cards only require a 6-hour delay. But if you want to look at these details for yourself, check out the spreadsheet in the link below. And for lounge access, you get the Priority Pass network along with access for up to 2 guests. This card also comes with a $300 travel credit when you use their travel portal for booking, effectively bringing down the annual fee down to $250. But it also comes with DoorDash Pass and a $10 monthly credit to GoPuff. Now, GoPuff isn't widely available in most cities, so it lacks broad appeal. And if you happen to have the cards in the Chase Novice and Intermediate tiers, then you have the Chase trifecta to maximize your points. And as I mentioned earlier, for everyone that is active duty military, Chase will waive the fees on the card. There you have it. This was my extensive list of the top 9 travel credit cards based on the 3 categories of Novice, Intermediate, and the top tier luxury travel. I hope you were able to get some value out of this video, and please let me know what you think in the comments below.